What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. And if you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this conversation. First, I want to talk about amandaseales. Now, one of my followers, and I don't even like to use the term followers, but one of the people that is enjoying what I do when I do it, and I appreciate you, shared with me, because I wasn't even aware, because I don't see everybody's stuff all of the time, but shared with me that amandaseales was going to be interviewed by Funky Dineva on his YouTube channel, and then she canceled. She said, and let me share what she said, because it was shared with me, and I appreciate you who shared it with me. But yeah, like I said, I wasn't even aware. So she was going to be interviewed, and then she backed out almost at the last minute and said, "Oh no, based on these comments, I'm definitely, not going to be moving forward with this." And so she has every right to protect her mental health, protect whatever. She has the right, even if she just says, "You know what, I got a headache, I don't feel good, so I'm not going to be able to do it again." It's her right to do so. Nobody can take that away from her. But when that was shared with me, I was shocked, because I was thinking, one, if she had made the decision to be interviewed by Funky Dineva, she made that conscious decision to do so, knowing, one, who he was. And yeah, he can be messy. But I do feel that when it comes to him doing interviews, he knows how to conduct himself for the most part professionally. So I felt like, oh, she must have done her due diligence and did her background checks. Not so much in terms of checking his criminal record. I'm not talking about that type of background check, but I'm just talking about just knowing who he is, the type of platform that he has. And yeah, he can be messy, and absolutely his followers can be messy too, because he calls his followers HOEs and all that other, bull crap. And a lot of them love it. It is what it is. So I felt like she must have known, and she made the conscious decision to proceed and move forward. So the fact that she backed out of it, I didn't have an issue with her doing it. But my thing is, with just in the recent few weeks, let's go back to her responding to the article that was written, which was this person's opinion. It was an opinion piece about her, talking about her hubris is her downfall, pretty much. And she responded to that and went off on this person's opinion of her. It's that person's opinion. A lot of people agree with the opinion, and some people didn't. She gets in these emotional outrages, so to speak, about how people feel about her. She came out prior to that to address the fact that she just found it was disrespectful and weird and whatever, that she isn't invited to a lot of these black spaces and black, award shows and everything like that, red carpets and all that type of stuff. Seeing as who she is, and who she is should be one to, she feels, receive those types of invitations because of what she stands for and stands on and all that other stuff. But again, this need for acceptance. Being in Hollywood, I talked about that before. If you want to be this social justice warrior, and that's your right to do so, if that's what you really want to be, then you kind of have to decide. You can't really be both. Even though we know there are some people that toe the line with that. But even that, most real social justice warriors, you're not going to be both. You're either going to be in the struggle, on the front lines, doing that thing because you really feel that is your call, and that is also your choice to do so. you can't really have both of, you can't really have your cake and eat it too when it comes to that. So her wanting to be accepted and be in Hollywood and get invited to the parties and the red carpets and the award shows and all those other things like that, and then get your feelings hurt when you're not invited to those things because you're either not seen as likable, or you may have pissed somebody off and pissed somebody off who knows somebody. I don't know. It's just, that's just kind of what it is. And then going on Shannon Sharp. Yeah, he said some things that I felt like was probable too, but also she said some things that a lot of people had issues with as well when it came to her being either diagnosed or not diagnosed, self-diagnosing, not wanting to pay the price to be diagnosed, all of this other stuff. And so it just had a lot of people feeling some type of way about her. And then that didn't happen that very long ago. And then she just recently had a back and forth or falling out or whatever with Tiffany Haddish. I didn't talk about that, but I saw it. And now I felt like, okay, if she had made the decision to go on Funky Dineva's platform to be interviewed, I felt like she, after everything that she had experienced, and she felt like she was being attacked on certain levels, that she had done her background looking up and research to figure out if this was going to be a safe space for her, if you will. So it seems like she didn't do that, because she waited until almost the last minute, the final hour, to say, oh no, I can see based on these comments, this is definitely not the place for me. So yeah, I'm good on that. I'm changing my mind. I'm not going to be there. So I decided to go to the comment section of his post where he announced that he would be interviewing her. And it's still up, by the way. I want to read some of the comments because I don't know. Someone said, can't wait. Another person said, oh God, here we go. Another one said, I can't wait, exclamation mark. Another one said, this should be another good one. Thumbs up. Another one says, Funky, please ask her about the real. Another one says, 5 heart eye emojis. Another one says, oh, come on. I think we heard enough from her for the year. That was one comment that got 3 likes. Another one said, yay, hand clapping emoji. Another one said, hopefully she don't drag you afterward like she's been dragging Shannon, child. 3 likes on that comment. Another one said, good, ask her what she know about Diddy. Another comment said, I'm prepared to be tired, child. I don't think that had anything to do with her. It's probably the fact that the interview was going to be starting at a certain time of night. And this person probably has like a work schedule where they have to go to bed early and wake up early, but they wanted to stay up to see it. Again, didn't see anything negative about that. Another person said she needs to get with her publicist now to figure out how to get a non-regrettable thought in across. I think she's meaning to say a certain thing and it simply doesn't translate well. And now it's everybody else's fault. I kind of wish people would stop interviewing her, but we're already here. So let's at least try to save her from herself. That comment got 2 likes. Another one said, watching. I love her. Another one said, child, I'm going to have to do a gummy because she annoys me. Another one said, ask her why she blocked me. Another one said, don't let her BS you, Funky. Another one said, can't wait to catch this. Another one, can't wait. Another one, yes, an intellectual match. I can't wait. Heart emoji. Another one, yes, I am so looking forward to this interview. Love me some amandaseales because she is that girl. Good deal, Q. Heart emojis. Another one, this is going to be good with the T at the end. Another one, this is going to be good. A lot of O's after the G. Another one, so happy for this one. And another one, yes, fire emoji. Another one, yes, 5 exclamation marks. Another one, oh dang, Funky Bunch, it's about to be up. The thing about it is, and I kind of referenced this before. I can't remember if I said it word for word, but if she's going to be in this industry, she has to learn to tune some stuff out. Be like Beyonce. Do you think Beyonce's reading people's comments? She absolutely is not. She probably has somebody that she pays to read the comments. Or freaking do like Trump does. Have you been watching some of this trial that he's been on? He actually pays someone, and I'm not saying she has to go to this length, but he's such a dang narcissist. He actually pays someone to print out articles and think pieces about him that are positive to read to him so that he can feel good about himself. I mean, if you have to hear the good stuff, then have somebody scan the comments for you and share the good ones with you and block out the negative ones. And I'm not saying you have to block these people in terms of blocking them on social media, but don't even read the negative ones if it affects your mental health like that. I'm not even here judging that, because honestly, social media can be a lot. And I can't imagine what it would be like for somebody of her stance and her caliber in terms of just having so many people being aware of who she is. Where if you are dealing with things mentally where it affects your anxiety, because I get it. I deal with social anxiety. I am a huge introvert. That's one of the reasons why the majority of the content that I do on the Being Beautifully Honest podcast, it is podcast style, and I'm not sitting in front of a camera doing this. Now, I do content on my other YouTube channel where I'm in front of the camera, but it's pre-recorded. I don't do lives. That's for my own social anxiety that I deal with in my own dealings with being an introvert as well. So I get it. I don't judge anybody when it comes to protecting your mental health and protecting your heart stance and not allowing people to break you. But also, there's nothing wrong with constructive criticism. And yeah, there may have been a few shady comments in there, but for the most part, from what I was seeing, there was a lot of positive. So to me, it seems like I should say, she scanned out the ones that were triggering to her as a reason to back out, when I felt like she should have done her due diligence in the beginning before she even accepted the invitation. So when the person that shared it with me about that happening shared it with me, I responded to her and I was like, wow, I'm shocked to hear that. But I would have thought that based on all that she's already been experiencing, she would have checked out his platform before she made the decision to do so. And listen, even if she didn't check out the platform, she could have still done the interview and just not looked at the comments. Like, seriously. And I really don't believe that he would have been messy with her. Now, it's possible he may have asked some questions to her that might have been triggering to her, but she has the right to answer and not answer what she wants. So she could have just said in that moment when she's asked questions that she didn't feel comfortable with or felt like was disrespectful in some way or shape or form, to say, you know what, I'm not going there. I'm not talking about that. Cool. What is he going to do? So I really wanted to just share my thoughts on that because, again, I just felt like she missed a huge opportunity. Not saying that she could have really redeemed herself, because I do believe that some people who feel a certain type of way about her that is seen as negative, they're not going to change their minds about her because she's just really done a whole lot already to solidify their thoughts on how they believe she is and seeing her as not their type of chick. And that's fine. It not only comes with the territory of being in Hollywood, that's just the world that we live in. They're going to be people that like you and people that don't like you. And it could have been absolutely nothing that you have done to cause these people to not like you. But she, to me, seems like the type of person that wants to be liked. I don't know if you all are familiar with this, but years ago, the actress Sally Fields, older Caucasian woman, she's been in a lot of movies. She starred in Forrest Gump. She played Forrest Gump's mom. But years ago, she won an Academy Award. Don't ask me for what, because it was before my time. But I remember this being a joke because it was something that actually happened. She came up on the stage to accept her award, and I don't even think she was really crying. But she was like, you like me. You really like me. And it was so awkward. People were looking at her like, is she really doing this right now? But it's like she really wants to be liked. And it's not about being liked. It's about whether you have talent And yeah, we know there's a lot of people in that world that don't have talent, but they've had the access and the opportunities to get them to be where they are. But it's not about really being liked by everyone. You have to have some type of know, like, and trust factor. And clearly there were people in the comment section that did like her because they were like, oh, I really like this link up. Cool. This is amazing. Not everyone had something negative to say, but she was just focused on the ones that was not praiseworthy. And I feel that that's kind of what she's looking for. So unfortunately, I feel like she missed an opportunity, but that's me. You can let me know how you feel about it. Now let's talk about Amberrose. She did a post on her social media that said Trump 2024. She's posted up with him and Melania at Mar-a-Lago. This is so hypocritical of her. And here's the thing. It's not about someone being a Republican or a Democrat or voting for a Democrat or voting for Joe Biden or anything like that. This is on another level because this woman who invented what was called the slut walk, this is her creation. I never was involved in it, but I'm just saying this was her creation. She is all about the liberation of women's bodies and being free to be sluts and all this other foolishness, right? And claiming to be all for women's rights, and has done posts to trash him. Now she's all for him. This isn't about people changing their minds about voting for a particular person or a particular party because you've evolved and you've learned things or your tax bracket has changed and, all that other type of stuff that people talk about when it comes to who they vote for. But she posted this on her Instagram. And I want to share some of the comments with you guys that people had to say about her doing this, because I really feel that this is just another opportunity for her to be an opportunist. This has nothing to do with her politics. And I don't even know if she even votes. Like, let's see your voting record. Someone said, damn, Amber, you're a bisexual woman of color that runs a movement that stands up for women's rights and their power against anyone that abuses it. That's literally opposite of what he supports. Somebody else said, imagine being an advocate for women's rights and endorsing Trump and his party who reversed Roe v. Wade. Wild. Somebody else said, unfollow with the quickness. He is against everything I thought you stood for. Bye, girl. And that was a man that posted that. Another one said, girl, bye. Another one said, I'm following. Jocelyn was right about you. Another one said, if you miss Kanye, just say that. And another one said, as Jocelyn said, you really just want to be a white girl. Another one said, what the F, girl, bye. Another one said, kind of funny seeing people comment that they're unfollowing and publicly admitting how soft they are, laughing emojis. And of course, that comes from someone who is already on the right. And I say right spelled R-E-I-C-H, because this isn't about right versus left. It's a whole lot of going on that side right there. Somebody responded to that person's comment to say, I'm totally lost. There isn't anything earth-shattering about people having opinions. You still didn't explain what's soft about unfollowing someone. Another one said, y'all got to stop just doing and saying anything for attention. It's actually sad as F. Perez Hilton commented under her post and said, Amber must be needing money and pandering for a paycheck. Another one said, a few years ago, you said Trump was a sexual predator. What changed? Listen, ain't nothing changed but the paycheck. And clearly, she saw an opening of availability when Candace started getting her cancellation papers from that side. And she's looking for a payday. Somebody else says she needs to endorse God and some bangs. I think she needs more hair for some bangs because it would look weird having a buzz cut and some bangs. But looking weird standing up there next to Trump with this tattoo on her forehead. Ciao, bye.
What's your problem? Your problem is that you really want to be a white girl. Let's just get down to the point.
Jocelyn!
No, Professor. Let's get down to the point.
Jocelyn.
Your problem is that you really don't even want to be black. She's conflicted with her blackness. See, when I was growing up, I chose to be black. I was born in Puerto Rico, a Spanish-speaking place.
A lot of people do not disagree with what Jocelyn said. And honestly, that is Amber's right to choose because she is, I guess she's biracial. And people who are biracial, they pretty much do have the right to decide if they want to subscribe more to one ethnicity versus the other, even if they don't really look like that ethnicity as much as the one they want to subscribe to more and live in. But this isn't even about the ethnicity thing for me. This is for me with Amberrose. It's all about money. All of it boils down to money, okay? She has been from one relationship to the next. Her last boyfriend is now linked up with Cher, waiting on Cher to kick the bucket so that he can profit from all of the hard work and years of labor that she put into her career to be Cher. Like, does anybody know Cher's last name? Okay. But yeah, so she is doing this for attention and for money. And she knows that MAGA crew, all they care about is the votes. And if they can get people like her to subscribe to what they're trying to sell, to get people to vote against their own best personal interest. Because let's be clear, the majority of the people that vote for Trump, the majority of those that would vote for Trump, they vote against their own best personal interest because they get all involved in the emotions of politics and the things that he is against, they need. Yeah, the elites are voting for him. Of course they would. Of course. But that bottom of the barrel crew that votes for him, that loves him, that supports him, that is going to the rallies, none of the elites go to a Trump rally, okay? And the rally is not even about politics. It's all about him. That he's just there at the bully pulpit talking about how he's such a victim. And they're standing there holding their banners and their flags and wearing their T-shirts and their caps. And just seeing him as some type of God figure that they idolize and worship. But all of the politics of it all, a lot of these people didn't even know who their state senators are. I'm just being honest. It's so sad when I see this type of stuff. Because like I said before, I'm not a political person, but I'm very much aware of what's going on. And it just saddens me because I know the truth of the matter when it comes to a lot of this stuff. And I see how a lot of these people get played, but this is how it's always been. There's nothing really new about politics when it comes to how they play on the fears as well as the emotions of people to get them riled up and hyped up to vote for them and voting against their own best personal interests. But when it comes to this stuff that Amber's doing, it's absolutely dangerous because like I said, she was the one that created this so-called women's movement and supposedly an advocate for communities that people in that MAGA world are 100% against. And so we'll see how far she goes with it, but it's all about attention and money. And that's it. Well, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on Amandaseales and Amberrose. Thanks so much for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and I'm going to say bye.